Hello guys, so we're going to do a real quick lesson. This one shouldn't be super long. We're going to learn how to count and differentiate between sigma and pi. So sigma is this symbol. So this is really sigma. And properties of sigma is that it is always the first bond formed. It is the strongest. So it's stronger than the pi bond. So sigma is the first bond formed, and it's the strongest. Pi bonds, so this is the symbol for pi, it is any additional bond that we see in between two things. So you can only be a sigma or a pi. So let's talk about, and this is one of the questions, I'm not sure which one on the homework, but it says, so let's just draw a triple bond, right? So these doesn't matter. We're just looking at the triple bond. So sigma is always the first bond formed. You can only have one sigma. So I like to think of it as sigma is the base, the first floor, right? So you can designate any of these as the sigma, it doesn't matter, but I'll do this, right? So we have one sigma here, and you can only have one sigma. So any additional bond must be pi. So this must be a pi, and this must be a pi. So in this triple bond, what do we have? We have one sigma, and we have two pi. So one of these is the original, and then additional. So, you know, like a first floor, every building has a first floor. Then you have second and third, optional, right? Because some things have a single bond. So let's look at number 25, that's in your homework, and let's count. So any first bond, single bond, right? So we can even say this is always for a single bond, is always the pi bond. So any single bond is pi. Or sorry, is sigma. So we have one sigma, two sigma, and then let's look here. We have three sigma. What about these two extra bonds? Those are both pi bonds. So we have 1, 2, because they're the single. And then in a triple bond, you have one sigma and two pi, excuse me. So this next example that I looked up on the internet, and then that's why the thing's so messy, is very similar to one that you'll have on the quiz. So this is a little bit bigger, this is a little bit more intense, but that's just more counting, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, ooh, I brought markers. Let me see where I put them. Oh, they're there. Okay. So why don't, you could even use different markers to help you if you follow along, right? So why don't I circle all the sigmas? This is a sigma. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are easy to tell, right? Because they're all the singles, so 6. And then one of these, 7, 8. 8 sigmas. How many pi do I have, though? Looks like there's one here and one here. So 1, 2, 3. 3 pi. All right. So that's how you count in a structure the sigma and pi. So we're actually going to learn the difference between sigma and pi when we go over hybrid orbitals. So keep an eye out for that video coming soon where we talk about hybrid orbitals, and it talks about the properties of sigma and pi bonds. All right, me gusta, relations.